Okay, Ralph, good morning to you. Just checking if there's any injury news from the last couple of days.
No injury news, no new ones. Still a few tired players now. So this is the bigger issue. It's very short time to recover. And we had a very intense game. Run very much more than an opponent, and it was a quite intense game for us,
Has your form after the restart and even before that, certainly since the turn of the year, given you optimism that you can compete higher up the table next season, perhaps? I mean, you've played Manchester City and Arsenal and Manchester United recently, so nobody can say that the success you've had hasn't come because of an easy run of fixtures.
Yeah, there are no easy fixtures in the Premier League, So we cannot say that we take more points against the bottom teams than against the big teams. We took quite a lot of points also against the big teams. So there is every game hard to win, but there's always a chance. And in the moment, we really do a good job.
Can I ask your thoughts on the overturning of the Manchester City case earlier this week? Does that mean that the future of financial fair play hangs in the balance? And does it send the right message to smaller clubs who have been managing their finances well, like Southampton in the last 7 or 8 years?
I must say that I had the experience with the financial fair play that the rules are very strict. We really struggled in Leipzig with this financial fair play, and I know that we really had to stick very, very harsh to the guidelines. So I trust this tool. We have to, because otherwise we have a problem. I don't know the in and outs of the Man City case, but I still trust this tool because it's important. I think it's an important tool to have a fair competition overall as much as possible. And so I don't know the in and outs from this case.
There are reports in Spain in the last 24 hours that you're quite close to signing a central defender, Mohamed Salah from Real Valladolid. Is he a player that you're keen on? Are you aware of him? Is there any truth in it at all?
That's right, that we are looking on this position, but I want to discuss, or I want to agree to these rumors. We have always some players in our mind, and especially in the centre back position is definitely a position we want to do something this summer.
That's me done.
Thank you.
Thanks, Aidan. We'll go to Lindsay at Premier League.
Hi, Ralph. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Lovely. Hi, Ralph. I wanted to start by asking you about Stuart Armstrong. It was a ninth goal of the season for him. I just wondered, in terms of how you've been impressed with how he's developed and certainly playing alongside Danny Ings in recent games.
Yeah, I just spoke about him, I think, 2 weeks ago when he was really performing well, and he still does it. He had a few problems with injuries last year. So he always, I think it's a big issue for him when he plays a lot of games in a short term that it's quite likely that he had some problems. But in the moment, he seems really fit. I think he also worked hard in the lockdown. And also there, you also have to pay attention, but I think he gets more and more adapted to this position in the 4-2-2 on the right side. And he's definitely a player who surprised us all with his finishing and also he's getting tactically better and better. Still sometimes with little problems against the ball to close early enough, but he's getting better and better. He really adapts his game to our philosophy, and this is what we see it in a very positive way.
I know that a lot will have been made about Danny Ings' goals this season, but I wanted to get a word from you on his assists and the other role that he plays within the team.
Yeah. I think I was never reducing him only to his goal scoring, what he did there all the time, but I know that he's working hard for the team. And when you see the ball win against Pogba on the week on Monday, that was the start of going in the lead. And he's definitely a guy who knows how to press, who knows how to help the team. He's our first defender. Sometimes he's our number 10, and sometimes he's the goal scorer. So definitely a big role he plays in this squad.
This time of year, every single football club is preparing themselves for players leaving and players incoming. Is that where you are at the moment, starting to look ahead and plan ahead?
Yeah, I think every club does it. Sure, I think we have a little bit longer transfer window maybe to face, but for us it's important. We don't make so many signings, but the signings we make, they must be perfect, and this is the reason why when you can be earlier. And this season we can do it because we are earliest on the safe side of being part of the Premier League next season. And last year it was different. And then we try to take this advantage and get the right players in just in the right moments.
And next two fixtures, you've obviously got Brighton, but then following that Bournemouth as well. You're staying on the south coast, so not as much travel. Is this a good time for you to potentially experiment a little, try different things?
Yeah, I think we travelled enough the last days. Twice to Manchester or Liverpool. It was quite a long journey all the time, coming home very late. So now we have 2 games here in this region, but it's okay. We have 3 more games. We are still very motivated to win every game and take as much points as possible. And in the end, sure, maybe was a chance. I always spoke about that we need every player here, and especially in this very busy period now, it's quite likely that some players get a chance to play more in the next 2 or 3 games.
And finally, on Brighton, this is a fixture that Southampton have done very well in over the years. Are you confident going into this match?
There's nothing older than the wins from yesterday. Yeah? So in football, you can look on the stats, but they don't really help you to win the game. So it's more important that you push the reset button and know that Manchester and all these games are gone now. It's nice that we took good results, but nobody's interested anymore in these results. We must bring the next one. And especially at home, some more wins would help us to have a better stats as a home team. We made a very good step against Man City, but now we have to keep the quality high at home. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lindsay. Lindsay, we'll go to Adam Blackmore at Radio 7.
It's not working.
Ralph, good morning.
Good morning, Adam.
I like the glasses. Very good. I'm going to put mine on as well, just so we can talk.
I don't see you. That's the problem. Huh? You see mine, but I don't see yours.
Yours are much nicer than mine. Okay. Let's stay with the Brighton theme. I just want your thoughts on the first game against them, because it was a really important match in the season. It was your first win of the season, and it also included you bringing your new signing on and him scoring a wonder goal within 2 minutes. So you must have good thoughts about that back at that time.
I know only that it was a very important game and we were 1 man up after, I think, 20 minutes or something as a route foul to Jan Valery. And then, we finally made the first win, after a very difficult start with 2 losses against Burnley and Liverpool. It was an important game, yes, but now the roles are different. Now we have a much more comfortable position if you want, but still a very good opponent, I must say. I really like to watch them playing football. This manager does a fantastic job there. In possession, for me, one of the best teams in the league, to be honest. They have such a good organization with the ball, calm in possession, good decision making, good movements, fantastic job, I must say.
The last 3 games have been so impressive, not just the performances, but the points tally. 5 points and unbeaten against Man City, Man United and Everton away from home. Now, of course, on paper, 3 more games, the big push to the end of the season, Brighton, Bournemouth and Sheffield United. So what's your first target? What will you be happy with when we get to the end of the Sheffield United game?
Yeah, as I said, we want to take as many points as possible, and we don't want to lose a game anymore. And the results were good. Also, the performance was good, and we can feel that we made some steps in progress. And this is important for the players. So keep the momentum, keep the quality of the games high. We must. Benefit from our fantastic physique we have in the moment. I think this makes some points different. As I said, we we ran 120k on Monday, and that was 7 more than the opponent, and that was necessary because otherwise against such teams you don't have the chance to take something. And this must be also the key for the last games. Yes, I know it would be more difficult now because the more games are coming, the more tired the guys are. But we will find a good mixture of fresh players and also players that can handle this. And then we must power again, and then we want to do this because this is our style of playing football. This is what we are getting praise for, and this is what we like to see.
Absolutely. Now, talking about running, one player who doesn't get many headlines, but whose season seems to be getting better and better, Ryan Bertrand, I want to talk about because I thought he was magnificent against Manchester City, again against Greenwood the other night. His block to stop United going 3-1 up was incredible. And his energy up and down the left, I've seen him sprinting 50, 60 yards to press a ball and back again. I know he plays, he told me, to show that he's the best English left back in the Premier League. And I don't see anybody playing better.
Yeah, I think Ryan really enjoys what we are doing here. And I know that he has a lot of potential as a left back. And since I'm here, I think he made a really good progress, a really good development in his game. He's coming back to, I haven't seen him before playing, but I know that he was one time part of a Champions League winner. So I know that he has shown and proven that he's a fantastic left back. If he stays hungry and if he stays fit, I think, he can reach everything. Yeah? So for us, a very important player, and especially when he is really fit and convinced about what he's doing, he is a positive booster for every team.
Thanks for your time, Ralph.
Thanks, Adam. We'll go to Jonathan at Press Association.
Hi there, Ralph. Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you. Huh?
Excellent. This is just a quick one. I know you get asked about Kyle Walker-Peters sort of like every time, but there's been reports that he might be used in a swap deal with Højbjerg. Is that something you're aware of, or is it a deal that you would be happy with?
Yeah, we must have a look what is with Kyle for Thursday, because he's not used to play that much games in such a short term, so we must really have a look on him. Didn't play for nearly a year, and then now so many games in such a short moment. I think Pierre is a very, very smart player. He had played left back for us on the 6, also on the 10, I think, one time for a few minutes. He can also maybe play in the right back. Jan Weller is still injured, so this is also an option for Thursday. Must have a look. It's in general absolutely advantage if you have players. They are flexible and I call it sometimes multi-dimensional, playing on all the positions you need them to play. Prowse is such a player, absolutely. Will shows that he can play 6 and 10. So we have a few players. They are flexible, and this is what you need to be as a modern player, I think.
Yeah, sorry, but just in the transfer market, are those two players that you would be willing to swap?
I don't concentrate so much in the moment on the transfer market, to be honest, because I know that we have some targets, but it's such a busy term in the moment. I have to focus so much on the performance for my team and of the opponents that we are facing. That costs a lot of energy in the moment to find the right game plan. You can imagine if you play against teams like Man City and Man United that you need really a nearly perfect game, otherwise you have no chance, and that costs you a lot of preparing, a lot of work, and if you have only 2-3 days in between, it's definitely very busy. But I have other guys, my scouts are giving me some information and stay in contact with the players that are interesting for us, with the agents that are interesting for us. So we are busy in the background, but not more.
Thank you.